Alright, welcome to Fractured Days Split the Sky. Today we'll be doing just kind of a strategy playthrough with him on just the base difficulty so you can kind of see how he plays, the time mechanic, how that works, and yeah. So when you're playing in a solo game with just one board, you do get 6 cards for major and 6 cards for minor. And you do start with 1 time as well. That being said, time is your, I guess it's presence, but it's not presence. I just typically put time over here, and then yeah. So days that never were are just 6 random minors, 6 random majors, and then your starting power cards are kind of really, honestly, not that great. So anyway, looking at the days that never were, the only cards, the major powers intrigue me much more than the minor powers, honestly. Weave together the fabric of place. This has all of my elements, sun, moon, wind. This has moon, wind. This has moon, wind. This has sun, and it uses Dahan. I really like Dahan usage. Also cheap, really cheap, which is awesome. And then here we have sun, wind, and sun. And this card is pretty solid actually, just because Defend 4 and Land with Dahan really pairs well with my Blur the Arc-Ears. So I'll probably gain this card first, even though it only has one of my elements. But I'm looking for this card probably, or this card in the future. Possibly even Sleep and Never Waken in the future as a replacement for Absolute Stasis. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with an explore in the jungles. So your presence does start in the land with the, what's it called? The lowest numbered land with 1 Dahan and the highest numbered land without Dahan. And this definitely makes for some interesting thoughts here. I think what I want to do is probably, I think I just gain elusive ambushes and accept that that is going to be awesome. I can move a presence, but I don't think I need to. Yeah, I don't think I need to. And yeah, I might need a sacred site there to Absolute Stasis this land so it doesn't blight on me. And then, so I can move a presence, I gain a sun, and then, let's see, gain a card. So I like to get at least 2 time just to start, when in a solo game at least. When I'm playing a game with other people, sometimes I'll gain 3 time, but I really like that, getting 2 energy from this here. And then I have 2 energy plus 1 here. I guess you can gain it there. And then that allows me to play these 2 cards, which will land basically. It'll fix this jungle here. And I don't know if I'll really replay it, but we'll go ahead and get started with that. And we're going to defend 4, and then play this right here. The invaders immediately build and then ravage, and that does a fear for destroying that town. And then we add a Dahan and push up to 2 Dahan, and I'll go ahead and push just 1 Dahan into this land here. And then here we go with that's all the fasts. So next up is their turn. They get to build in the jungles, and then they're going to explore the sands. So there we go. And time passes. So next up, what I'm thinking is, I think I'm going to go ahead and gain. I'm probably going to play Absolute Stasis. Just because this land is problematic and I don't want it to blight. I really wish I could just I might be able to play this defend here on this land. So there's that. So next up, let's just gain a normal miner. Choosing this growth option here, and I'm gaining a moon, and I'm gaining a miner power. Sun wind or moon wind. So this would actually take care of, well, let's see, I'm going to be playing absolute stasis, so I'm going to have sun wind. If I could get a moon wind, then I have another moon, or a sun moon. Is there a sun moon? Darn, there's not. Dahan movement is good. This would also clear out this land. Or I could, this one costs 0 though. I think I take this, just because it costs 0. Then I can push it out. And then what we do is, I now add a presence. I'm going to add a presence at range 2. Where do I want to add a presence? Probably right here. I don't know if it really is super important, but honestly, this land touches most of the board, so maybe I'll go there. And then, so that's that, and then I can gain 1 time. I think I'll gain a time, and I'll just gain 2 time, and then I get an energy. Okay, so next up, I could play another power card. Pour time sideways. This costs 0 and would allow me to do all these awesome things. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to actually use this ability, or if I'm just playing it for the elements. But let's go ahead and see. So I can now reclaim and play a card. And I think what I want to do is, do I reclaim and play that? I think I'm going to, I only have 1 energy, so I can't reclaim and play both. And everything I've got is fast. So maybe I'll just leave it at that. Do I want to do this? I mean, this is just a good card to play. This is just a good card to play. I'll reclaim and play this, and cost an extra energy. So go ahead and do that. And then, yeah, okay. Let's do that now. And I can spend a time to do that again, and we'll see if I want to. So first, oh, interesting. I can now push 1 explorer, so I'll push this explorer there. Okay, that card is played. I don't think I'm going to play this card. So the next is Blur the Arc of Years. I wonder if I take care of this land right here. Accept the blight. I think I do. Oh, but I'd have to first get more Dahan in there. I have to first get more Dahan in there. Interesting. I don't know if I want to get, if I'm not, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Okay, I'll go ahead and blur the Arc of Years here, where I added Dahan, and then push up to 2, and I'll go ahead and push 2 there. And then what I'm going to do is I will spend a time to repeat it, and I'll add a Dahan and push up to 2. And now I've got more Dahan in here, which is great. So there's that. I played that one twice. And then Absolute Stasis, this land right here. And then we are going to let time pass. Oh, not let time pass. Hold up. Oh. And then I guess I'll do this one slow. They slow fast. Because I have the moon from choosing this growth option. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and check this event before it happens. It is choose a land with cities, build there. I don't love that. Pushing explorers, gather 1 Dahan, defend. Honestly, this isn't really doing anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the bottom. Just like that. And I can do that, right? Instead of returning it and shuffling, you may put the card on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So now that that slow is done, everything's done, let's go ahead and check out this event. Okay. Oh, war touches the island shores. Interesting. Or for energy aided by moon. So okay, so I'm going to gain an energy, and let's see what we want to do. Oh, it's not war touches the island shores. It's new species spread. For energy aided by moon, I can go ahead and discard this. Okay. 1 fear per player, 1 fear. Add a beast to a land with buildings. Let's go ahead and add a beast here. And then add a disease to a land with Dahan and invaders. I think I'm going to do it here, actually. And then 2 damage to Dahan. Yeah. That'll take care of that land. Oh, and I forgot to spend a time to do absolute stasis here. Okay. And then each spirit with 2 Dahan gains an energy. So I'm going to gain energy. That's great. That is actually, that's really good. I really like that. They now ravage, but there's nothing in either jungles. They now build in the sands, and then they explore the mountains. And they don't explore here because there's no adjacent building. And then now time passes. Kind of jumped the gun on that one. And I think I need a reclaim. So I'm going to go ahead and reclaim, and I gain 2 time. Do I want to gain this one? Get 2 energy? No, I'm going to gain this one. Okay. Reclaim, and I gain a wind. Okay. I'm not fully ready, but let's see what we would want to do. Blur the Arc of Ages, I think, is always just a good go-to. And if I can get another sun... If I can get 2 more sun. So sun moon right here. Or sun wind. And now I need a sun moon. Well, let's see. I think this is the play. It costs an energy though. I still think it's the play. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, pay up, and then here we go. No, I'm gonna do this one. And then it costs 1 less energy. Okay, I'll play that as my extra. Well, I might play this one as my extra. We'll see. Okay. Now let's see what we do. Do I just clear this land? And then... Okay. Interesting. So next what I'm going to do is blur the Arc of Years. Well, first I'm going to play Elusive Ambushes, which costs an energy because it didn't matter. And I'm going to defend 4 here. Okay, and now blur the Arc of Years. Invaders build, then ravage. That's 2 fear. And then add a Dahan and push up to 2 Dahan. So pushing up to 2 Dahan. Okay. So that's done. And that's done. And then now I can push one explorer per Dahan. Okay, that's done. And I didn't want to do that. So I do have that slow, and I can pay a time to do this again. Essentially, if I want to reclaim one of these. So this is clearing itself out. They're not building, and this is somewhat problematic. I need a major power. Is there a major power that can fix that? 2 damage per Dahan. If I can get Dahan there. I am going to... I don't quite have the energy to do that. I'm going to pay a time to get this card back in hand. And that way I can start getting Dahan in here, and then when I can gain this major power and do 2 damage per Dahan. Okay. So, now let's check out the event. Add a town to a coastal land adjacent to towns. None. Destroy 2 explorers among beasts. Fine. Add a Dahan to a land with Dahan and no disease. Or blight. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the sands. Okay. That's fine. Fear card. Ancient land, defend 1 per Dahan. Okay. That's fine. Now they ravage in the sands. And then they build in the mountains, and they explore in the mountains. Okay. Now they actually get both explorers. And I now get slow. I no longer get this element. So time just passes. Okay. So the question is, do I gain Vigor of Breaking Dawn right now? Or do I focus instead? Hold up. This can be here. Okay. Or do I focus instead on getting... I do have 3 power card plays. If I do that... Borrow the Arc of Years. I think I do that actually. I am going to gain a sun, move a presence. I'll just move this presence here for now. No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I kind of like the setup right now. So move a presence, gain a power card from Days That Never Were, and I'll gain Veil, and then I'll gain 1 time, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 energy, and then I gain additional energy. Okay. So then I get 3 power card plays. So I'm going to play Absolute Stasis, Veil the Night's Hunt, and Lord the Arc of Years. Okay. Now pay. Ready. First off, I'm going to Veil the Night's Hunt in both of these lands. And the way that I'm going to do that is going to use this to reclaim it to hand and then play it again by paying its cost. So I can do that using this Slip the Flow of Time. Next up, what I want to do is play this card. And I want to play it here, so I'm going to go ahead and add a Dahan. And push up to 2 Dahan. And then I'm going to repeat it by paying a time. And I'm going to add a Dahan. And push up to 2 Dahan. So I've done that, and now this, Absolute Stasis. Do I just want to Absolute Stasis this land for the moment? so that way they don't explore. That might be convenient. I'm about to Vigor of the Breaking Dawn, but not yet. I think I'll do that when I need it, and I don't need it yet. Okay. I think that's actually fine. I could pay an energy to play this one again. But I don't think I want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and absolute stasis this land. Okay. There's nothing there. Did I pay a time for that? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Absolute stasis this land up here, and then we're going to go ahead and go and jump into the event. So we are healthy. On a coastal land, on each board, move 1 town, 2 lands inland. No towns. Choose a land with disease, do 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan. Okay. During Ravage, defend 1 per Dahan. Doesn't matter. Ravage and build in the mountains, and then explore the sands. So we got the sands. Sands, except they don't explore either, because this isn't on the coast and this isn't adjacent to buildings. So now is the time. Now is the time. So time passes. I do have a slow. I guess I can check this event. I'm okay with this. I'm totally okay with that event. So let's just put it back on. Didn't seem like a harmful event. Extra explorers is not going to matter when I clear this land out. So next up we've got time passes. Now once again I'm going to reclaim, and I'm going to gain 2 time, and then I gain energy, and I gain a wind. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I need to gain this card next. So I can go ahead and play War of the Arc of Years. See if I can clear out this land here. Next up, they're going to explore one of these lands. I wish I could isolate. Wish I could isolate. Blur the Arc of Years. If do I have any slow damage? I don't. That's kind of interesting. I can go ahead and play this. So this, and then call to isolation for the elements. Okay, I'll go ahead and give that a shot. And here we go. Each Dahan deals damage to 1 invader. There's that. Blur the Arc of Years. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Well, hold up. No, this is too many to do Blur the Arc of Years there. I'm going to go ahead and Blur the Arc of Years here. Add a Dahan. Then push up to 2. And then I'll spend a time to go ahead and add another Dahan. And push up to 2. No, the Dahan, I lost it. Okay, let's get this Dahan back here. This is fine. Don't worry about the towering, incredible amount of natives slowly accumulating. And then I'm going to go ahead and push this Dahan here. Okay, great. Right on. And then I can reclaim a power card right now. Let's go ahead and reclaim. What do I want? This is 2 damage per Dahan and fast. So that should clear it out. I'll just reclaim Blur the Arc Years. It'll add Dahan, increase the score. Okay, check out the event. Explore actions add +1 explore to lands without buildings. So I'm hoping for a jungle explore. And then add a beast to a land without buildings or blight. And I'm going to go ahead and add a beast to this jungle, hoping that it's a jungle explorer. And then gather 1 or 2 Dahans into lands without Dahan setup symbols. Go ahead and just gather Dahan there. I'll gather Dahan there. Maybe they'll clean up the blight. Okay. So that's that. No fear cards. Ravage, build, and then explore the jungles. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Because this land is being cleared out anyway. And so now we just need to find a way to handle that and fast. Okay. So now time passes. Right? Oh, we have slows. But I don't have any slows. Okay. So lastly, I am now going to gain a sun. Move a presence. I'll go ahead and move them right here. And then gain a card from days that never were. I'm going to gain this card, which makes me need to forget. I'll go ahead and forget 4 times sideways. Don't never use the card. At least this card costs 0, and I can play it for the elements. So then I'm going to go ahead and gain 7 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1 because I'm doing this. I'm not gaining any time. I've got plenty of time. And now we go. So I'm going to play this and this. Okay. 3, 2, 1, pay. Ready. Now 2 damage per Dahan. I believe that should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 damage. I believe that's enough. And that's 1, 2, 3 fear. And that's done. And then now we go ahead and add a Dahan to this land. I'm going to do Blur the Arc of Ages here. And then push 2 Dahan. Excuse me. Oh, no. I'm going to add it here. And then push 2 Dahan. And then I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Add it here. And then push 2 Dahan. And that costs a time to do so. Cost of time. If only I could have replayed it, I could have even removed the blight, but that's okay. It kind of evens out. So that's that card, and then 1 damage in a land with Dahan. 1 damage, and that, my friends, is game. Best score, I think, so far of any spirit. Just because I keep adding Dahan, it's super easy for him to just like constantly be adding Dahan. I think I played Blur the Arc of Years like 7 or 8 times, if not more, throughout this game. And Terra level 1 victory is just super solid. Okay, so I ended with 16 Dahan and you start with 6. So I played it 10 times because I added 10 Dahan. That being said, some of those times are repeats. Like I just played it twice in my last turn. But 37 I think is the best score that I've gotten with this entire series of every single spirit I've played. Super strong Terra level 1 victory because I was not doing very much fear. That being said, I did have this card in my Days That Never Were. But I mean, what are the odds that you get a good Dahan card in Days That Never Were? Especially in a solo game. I mean, the odds are pretty good. You saw I never really went for this top track. I mean, one, energy is really not very much energy income, but you can kind of get away with it by taking that growth option and taking energy instead of time. If you, yeah. So anyway, that's some things about fractured days. I hope you guys kind of were able to understand what I was doing and how I was doing it. This power, I think, slip the flow of time can be confusing sometimes. But, and if you think about it, you can play it on other people. And you can play it any number of times. So if you're getting support from another spirit, then it's not that big of a stretch for you to play that on someone else and have them be able to reclaim power cards, play additional power cards, use obstacle cards fast, etc. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Fractured Days. Let's split the sky. When I first played him, I didn't love him, but the more I've played him, the more I've kind of realized, oh, I really like this spirit, this play style. It's a very, very unique, very much feels like, oh, I'm manipulating the entire, time-space continuum to make sure that these invaders go away forever. And yeah, this is kind of an abstract thought to encapsulate in a spirit, and I think that the developers did a good job with that. So next up we've got is Downpour Drenches the World, another high complexity spirit going in, and see you guys next time.